All right, and we are back here at WrestleMania Media Day from Mark Hoke Show here on Cato on 101.5 FM, Talk of Las Vegas. And I am sitting down with one of the more unique guys in WWE.
I'll take that. Yeah, I'm trying to carve my own lane, and I think I'm on my way.
I think you are. Kit Wilson's here. Kit, it has been a very interesting ride for you over the past year or so in WWE.
Yeah.
Now, let's go back to Pretty Deadly. You guys were on an absolute roll.
Yeah,
People
yeah.
loved what you guys were doing. And then all of a sudden, Elton gets hurt.
Yeah.
First, what was that like to hear one of your best friends taking a neck injury like that? And how'd you adjust?
Yeah, do you know what? It was a crazy emotional time. It was really hard, and obviously I'm saying this, but Elton was going through it as well dealing with all of it. It was just hard emotionally, and I almost think that it was such a big thing. It's one of those things that are so big it's hard to process. You're processing it, but can you fully handle the magnitude of everything that is, because it affects so many things. So yeah, it was a big shock to the system. We're dealing with it now. He's doing better, but it was a big blow. He's my best friend. He's my best friend for years, for like a decade now. We've been in this journey together, so it was a big shock, but I've got to do what I can do, so now I'm fighting the good fight in his honor. I'm doing it for myself, and I'm doing it for him.
How's he doing? What do you think he's going to get back?
We don't have a time frame at the moment. He's still kind of, he's had the surgery. It's been successful. Things are good. It's just early days. It just, as long as he's been out, it's still early days in the process of recovery. So we're just waiting, really. We're just waiting.
So you took the ball and ran with it.
I'm trying.
I mean, you stormed out of the shadows and are just driving everybody crazy in a good way. It's been a lot of fun to watch it. It's cool.
Yeah, do you know what? I've been having great fun as well, and I think that's important. I feel like behind the scenes, I'm pushing for this, pushing for that, trying to get certain things to work, and I think what we found and what we ended up on clicked, and I think it's clicking. I think there's still so much more for it to go and to develop, but I'm having fun, and I think the audience is having fun with it, and I think that's one of those great things. No matter where I am on the show, I hope I'm just bringing some fun entertainment and slowly making my way up,
Yeah.
And I think we're achieving it. I think we're getting there.
Okay, now let's get on this toxic masculinity
Let's
stuff.
get them.
I mean, I'm sure everybody's been firing questions about it all day long. How annoying do you think it is to everybody to hear you talking about toxic masculinity? You're a manly man. You're out there flexing and pumping it up, and hey.
Well, look,
easy.
Well, yeah, here's the thing. I'm calling a lot of people toxic. A lot of people are shouting at me. Sometimes I'm wondering how redundant that word's getting. And then I see someone and I think, no, you are toxic, I think it's just needed. It's, it vents me out. But I think everything that I'm trying to do, at least on screen in the company, is trying to play with the stereotypical, toxicity or gender roles that men have, A lot of our roster will flex. That's a sign of dominance from them. But I'm flexing and I'm showing a little bit of vulnerability and a little bit of emotion. I'm kind of putting a spin on it, All right. A lot of the male rosters...
So that's a spin. That's what we're
calling it. That's a little spin, yeah.
Okay, all right.
A lot of the male rosters, they wear like an iced out chain. That's a bit of ego. That's a bit of bravado. Whereas me, I'm wearing kind of a slightly feminine-leaning pearl necklace. I'm always trying to play on those factors, and I think there's fun in that with my character. They're wearing black because they're serious, manly men. Well, I'll wear pink, but I'll beat them doing it. I'm just trying to play with those kind of fun forms.
Well, it's been fun to watch what you've been doing, but yeah, getting to work with Miz, ran into Danhausen here.
Yeah.
I'll ask you about Danhausen real quick, dude. I felt for your backside on that pyro, man. I was like, dude, that's gonna be a rough night.
It was a rough night. It was a rough next night, and it was a rough few nights. Yeah, I've got. Luckily, when I fell and I hit the steel ring post, it just grazed all down my thigh.
Oh God!
So my left thigh's taken some damage, but I'm glad it was my thigh and nothing else. Let me say that. We made it through, but barely.
Absolutely. You also were in the ring with Obafemi.
Yeah.
I saw him a couple of years ago, pretty close up. Mm-hmm. I can't imagine even stepping in a ring with that guy. I mean, what a specimen. What was that like to get to wrestle over?
Yeah, I think that's it. He's a specimen. He just is. We do this weekly. We perform weekly. We're used to it to a sense. It still hurts, but when I fall, I'm used to it. I'm hardened in that way. But when Obafemi throws you, or slams you, he is so many inches taller. He is so much stronger than the average person. So you're feeling it a lot, to the point where I think, he may have destroyed me in the ring. I think I helped him mentally. I think I helped grow him as a person with some of my work. And here we are, WrestleMania weekend. He's about to hit some big things, and that man is about to make some waves against Brock Lesnar. So I'm a supporter. I am. Yeah.
So it's totally your responsibility of what happens this weekend.
I'll take some ownership. Yeah. I think I opened him up emotionally. I do.
Fair enough. Well, what's in the future for you? Where do you see all this going for you? I mean, we're going to be waiting for Elton to get back, but there's titles and things to do for you at the moment.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, Elton Prince. I can't wait for him to come back, and Pretty Deadly will return, and we'll be back on form. We'll win some tag titles, of course. Until then, I've got to try and do as much damage as possible. I've got to try and make as much of a name for myself as I can. And The Miz is taking me under his wing. Master, Inspire, Zone In. I'm ready. I think the United States Championship would be a lovely tip of the cap. I think by the end of the year, that's my goal.
Okay, and the last question for you. Where did you get that tie? Where did that come from? I've never seen a tie like that in my life.
Well, let me say this: I'm trying to win best dressed this WrestleMania season. You can be the judge of that. Yeah. My mother is a seamstress, so a lot of the outfits you're going to see me wear this week, I can say thank you to Pam.
Okay.
Yeah, Pam Gray Sewing. That was her old business name. She's retired now, but she's coming in for me. So thanks, Mum.
Well, that's awesome. Well, Kit, we want to wish you the best of luck over this weekend.
Hey, thank you very much.
Have a great time. Enjoy yourself. And we'll look forward to seeing what the future is going to hold for you. It's going to be
big.
So toxic, right?
Not toxic, and it's going to be big.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Kit. Appreciate it.
A pleasure. Thank you.
Got it.